If you're currently suffering from ashy dry skin just like me, this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make homemade body butter for dry skin and eczema. Hello, it's me, Patra. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you for subscribing. If you're old, welcome back. So this is the first video of the year. I've taken a long break, so it's about how I come back. Just like you, I've been suffering from dry skin, and it can be really embarrassing because I always moisturize my hand and it still ends up so dry, especially on my hands here. So here are the content of this video. I'll give you the details and the benefits of each ingredient. I'll give you the formula and the calculation I will use, ingredients and the equipment, and finally the tutorial on how to make the body butter. Just like we all know, the cold weather causes dry skin. So when it gets colder outside, humidity drops inside and outside of our home. And then we turn up the heater, which creates dry heat, causing our skin to be dry and irritated. There are other factors that causes dry skin, but it's important to know where your dry skin is coming from to limit the source of it. So it can be from you not moisturizing, having hot showers. I can't let go of hot showers, so hot shower is going to continue until summer comes. It can be constantly washing your hands, especially with hot water. I can't really escape from this one because I work in a clinic and it's important for me to wash my hands. Bringing the heater close to you. I am guilty of this because where I work it can be really cold, and I turn on the heater and I bring it close to me, and I do feel my skin getting drier when it's closer to me, so I need to avoid bringing that heater close to me. Another source of my dry skin is when I'm stocking up in a clinic, I'm opening all the boxes. That makes my skin extremely dry. So body butter can help moisturize and reduce the dryness of your skin. The ingredients I'll be using to make this body butter are almond oil, shea butter, cacao butter, and vitamin E. Shea butter contains oleic and linoleic acid, which help improve and heal the skin barrier. It also contains palmitic acid, which helps soften the skin. Cacao butter is high in palmitic acid, which is a good emollient for the skin, which helps soften the skin and retain moisture, forming a protective layer that slows the loss of water through the skin. Almond oil is another emollient that helps balance absorption and reduce water loss. It also contains antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. It contains vitamin A and vitamin E. Vitamin E helps smooth and hydrate the skin. It keeps your skin looking healthy and radiant. Vitamin E can also act as a preservative because it oxidizes slowly when exposed to air. This is my main purpose for using it in this butter. Now, moving on to calculation, it's very important to have a formula and a calculation. Why? Because then you can recreate the same formula again. Also, so that our butters can easily melt into our skin, because while in winter we're going to use more liquid oil than solid. This is to prevent it from getting solid later after the products have been made. I'll be using 400-gram container. For the calculation, I'll be using 60% of almond oil, which is 240 grams, 25% of shea butter, which is 100 grams, 14% of cacao butter, which is 56 grams, and 1% of vitamin E, which is 4 grams. So in total, it's 400 grams. The equipment you need are a scale to weigh the ingredients, bulbs, a water bath or a pot, a jar, a spoon, a spatula, and cold water. Let's get started. What you're going to do is you're going to turn on your scale and change the setting to gram. Then you place the bowl on the scale and make sure it's reading 0. Gently pour the almond oil until it measures 240 grams. Afterwards, you put aside your almond oil and place another empty bowl on the scale and make sure the reading is also 0 before measuring the shea butter to 100 grams. Once you've measured the amount you need, put back the scale reading to 0, this time without taking off the bowl, and measure the cacao butter to the amount you need, which is 56 grams. Once all your ingredients have been melted, turn on your gas cooker or your hob and place the bowl of butter over a hot water. As it melts, make sure you stir thoroughly so that the shea butter and the cacao butter can mix together. After you've stirred and after it's melted, take it off the heat and stir until it's cooled down. Once it's cooled down, gently pour in your almond oil while you stir, and make sure you stir completely to mix the butter and oil together. Use your spatulas to scrape any oils left. after you've mixed your oil together with your butters, place the mixing bowl into a cold water. In my case, I used a frying pot and I added cold water to it while I whisk. So you're going to whisk until you can see a trace forming on the sides of the bowl. This is when you know that your product is getting thicker. So you whisk and whisk until your desired consistency. Now, because we added more oil than butters, we know that our mixture is going to be thick but still light as well. So I whisked to the consistency I want and I went back into the water to make it even more thick, and this is what the consistency looks like. That wasn't so hard, was it? So now I'm just pouring in the moisturizer in my container. You don't really have to use the same container like I have. You can also use a glass container. This is what I had available to me, so use what's available to you as well. So this is what the formulation looks like. If you feel like the consistency is a bit too light, give it some time so that it gets thicker. It's gotten thicker but it's too light and it can easily melt into the skin. So my friends, this is how you make homemade body butter for dry skin and eczema. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see how to create body butter with fragrance or lip balm, let me know down in the comment section. Once again, thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye.